So yellow elects Max, does take Constitutional Monarch and does revolt into it, which is great for yellow. Develops selective breeding and upgrades twice, takes Revolutionary Idea and Cavalryman. That's a great turn for yellow. I wonder if we should have tried harder to stop that. Blue reveals the territory. Yeah, we can't very well attack yellow now. He's still, for the moment, a good bit weaker, but really fixed his food, really fixed his civil action problem. Yeah, I mean, we could have pushed him back another turn or two if we had taken Constitutional Monarchy. What did we do? We played Engineering Genius. I guess instead of doing that, we could have taken Constitutional Monarchy just to keep him back a little bit, because he is ahead on culture very slightly at the moment. That might have been a good move. But let's see. What are we doing here? Strategic territory. If we send one of these away, we are not strongest on our turn. How much do we care about that? We don't know. We won't be weakest, but we will not be strongest, which could be a refugees thing. This territory is not worth losing refugees. International agreement. But I'm not sure that anyone would have played one of those. I think these are more likely. Blue played these more recently. So the later events could be strength related. So, yeah, let's see what we can bid after we've talked through this forever. Definitely do those. I mean, I'm probably willing to do all of that at this point. Let's do that. And we win it for 5. As suspected, yellow does not bid, and blue went to 4. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So they have an H1 and an H2 card, most likely. So 5, something like that. We probably want to send the swordsman. Yeah, not the knight in this situation. Alright, we got another territory. And a couple of aggressions. Man, I cannot pull a tactic. So, if those are territories, it's a vast, inhabited, strategic, or autonomous. Blue develops architecture, finishes college, and took architecture, I guess, and takes navigation and journalism. So blue took my journalism. And now it's our turn. So we have Gowdy and Newt in here, which are probably the two leaders we would want. I don't think James Cook is going to be what we want here. Especially he's coming out super late, so we'd be paying more. We can probably take Gowdy this turn, or Newton next turn. So Newton will probably be 1 next turn. You know, we only have alchemy, and so Newton's a little less useful in that situation. He's going to give us 1 science and some civil actions. We do need the civil actions, but only 1 science. Unless we do scientific method, but going from alchemy to scientific method's not particularly good. We're not the weakest here, so we could play an event. We have a bunch of territories. I'm not real inclined to play them now. I don't know how I feel about being strongest. I think maybe arms industry is a pretty fine one to play. I mean, we're tied now, and we'll get into cannon or maybe rifleman. So let's go with arms industry. Okay, that's a good one to get out of the way. And now on our turn, what do we want to do? So our strength is 15. I guess I'm a little disappointed with my choice of using a warrior. If I had used the knight, then I would have, if I moved off, for example, if I had moved to Gaudi now, I would have this tactic fulfilled. So I would be, I don't know, 3 stronger, so I'd be at 14. I don't know if I'd want to stay there, but I would be able to do that. As it stands, I probably want to rebuild that warrior, get up to strongest. I think I want to take Engineering Genius and use it on the railroad next turn. Oh, I can put Gaudi back for now. So I'm going to rebuild this, take Engineering Genius. I think I want Rifleman. I'm still on Warrior, and getting that infantry tech is important. I would say I have no food. There's a selective breeding left. That would be nice. This justice system would be nice to have. I'm a little low on civil actions. And if I take Newton, then scientific method is okay. And really, Newton's fine, I guess. My science production is okay. He'd be giving me an extra one. But what do I do with the rest of my turn then? I can develop that. Culture production's a little low, so then I can choose between these two. And I guess opera. Opera and Newton don't go together perfectly. Opera's nice with Marlene, but that's really it here. I guess Fleming is fine with Fleming too. So it kind of comes down to whether you want Newton or Gaudi here. Newton gives civil actions, maybe with 6 science though, he's not going to give me one. He's not going to give me 1 per turn. You know, he might give me, if I have him 3 turns, maybe he gives me 2 civil actions. The alternative, I think, here is just take Gaudi. How does that help me? Then I don't have to grab Newton next turn. So it saves that civil action. I'm going to take selective breeding and research it, so I would get a civil action back there from Newton. This way I can finish the railroad next turn, go to 25 strength, put Gaudi in, and lose 4. So get 5, lose 4, I'd go to 21 strength. Yeah, that's right, 21 strength. And with Gaudi, I would be, at this point, getting 3 culture still. 1, 2, 3. And then I can build a temple to get a 4th and a 5th. That's a pretty good option. It gets me some culture going. I can possibly get the next opera if I wanted to try to get into that. With Newton, you know, I'd be getting opera next turn. I don't have like a ton of resources to get into it quite yet. I'm going to be, so if you let Gaudi, you finish this, you build one of these. At that point I can pull a warrior off and build one of these, That's 1, 2, 3 actions. And then I have 2 left to grab, like selective breeding or something. Yeah, I think this is better. So we'll end the turn, we have to get rid of 2 cards. These territories, I don't think we're gonna get into those. Navigation's gone. So I don't really see those happening. Maybe we keep historic just in case we want to try to do something interesting at the end. We get into that situation.